Evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. We're going to call this meeting to order officially at 4:19. I know we're behind schedule a little bit, but hey, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're here. So at this time, I'm going to have Mr. Letha to do our roll call, please.
Councilman Reynolds? Here. Councilman Freeman? Here. Councilman Simmons? Here. Councilman Hunt?
Here.
Councilman Sharp?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Chestnut. Today is our very special meeting as we have two very important things on our agenda item today. We want to start with our Ahoskie Public Safety Plan. And for our Ahoskie Public Safety Plan, we know there's been recent activity throughout the community when it comes to shootings, to youth violence, and things of that nature. And what we want to do today is we want to highlight some key elements of this plan, ways that we're working to provide community engagement, violence prevention, as well as some other initiatives that we feel can curb gun violence here in our community. So we have some elements that we'll be sharing with the community. One of those is being mentorships. So we've seen a lot of feedback from the community. We've talked to a lot of different people, and a lot of people say, one thing that we need for our youth is we need mentorships, we need parenting skills, we need things of that nature working with different families. And so today we do have a presentation to the council from a young man with his organization that does mentorship that's looking to partner with the town of Ahoskie. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Wooten to provide his the special presentation to the council.
Good evening, all. And thank you for having me. Can you guys hear me?
We can't hear you.
Can you guys hear me? Hello, can you guys hear me?
I think the public we can hear you a little bit, but they're working on it. So you can go ahead.
Okay, cool. So good evening, and thank you again for having me. My name is Vernon Diverse Wooten. I'm the founder and executive director of Fatherhood Matters, Inc. We are a part for-profit, part nonprofit organization that addresses fatherhood in New York City. And we have been serving some communities outside of New York City, like Connecticut and Baltimore. And our hope is to now start to come down to Ahoskie, North Carolina, and partner with you and bring some of the strategies that we use that work for us here in New York City to your area, with the idea of addressing, from what I'm hearing, the more recent violence, but just the general culture in the community. I had a conversation with Mayor White and councilman and the town manager, and they kind of helped me understand some of the landscape in North Carolina. I have a former alumni from my program who actually lives in North Carolina, down in Ahoskie. He's homegrown, and therefore he speaks very highly of your town and has brought me down there at least once. So he's been speaking to the need for so long with regard to what Ahoskie might need with regard to fatherhood and the supports and the programs that we've developed here in New York. I want to share that these are not only just programs, these are strategies for success. Like, these are neighborhood and community strategies for success. So to really quickly run through it with the small amount of time I have, we provide parenting classes for fathers, we provide domestic violence classes for fathers, and we provide anger management for fathers. Here in New York, we also provide supervised visitation for fathers who have court involvement. We deal with the child welfare system, and we advocate for those fathers along with the education component. We work with the family courts, we work with divorce courts, probation, parole. We work with all agencies and all parties to kind of create a wraparound service for those fathers. But in the work that we've been doing, as successful as it has been, we've come to realize that we can't only work on the dad if we're going to make the family succeed. So what we've expanded into doing now is we created a coalition of people that work for all these different service providers so that we can bring these services directly to families, because families don't always initiate services. So A lot of times families might not even see the need for services or believe that their norm is okay, even though it's having a negative effect. Um, Part of what we do, on top of supporting dad, on top of redirecting dad, giving him, re-educating dad, is we want to work on the co-parent relationship. We want to work on the culture in the family, and then we want to work on the culture in the community. We have several things that allow us to do this. I'm gonna, if, if you guys would allow me to share my screen, I'd like to share and just kind of walk you through quickly some of these initiatives. And we're looking to partner with Ahoskie very, very soon, hopefully right in the new year. We would like to be able to provide service for you guys immediately with regard to providing fatherhood services directly to your residents, just as an off the rip to get things started and to also kind of permeate into the culture of Ahoskie. So in order for me to kind of make my inroads, the goal is to kind of take on Ahoskie fathers into our program, which is offered virtually right now. Or education is offered virtually, or support is offered virtually. The in-person option exists, but being that we're based in New York, we have to wait till we establish an in-person component in Ahoskie. But we want to be able to offer, again, these fathers parenting classes. We want to be able to offer them anger management classes, and we want to be able to offer them domestic violence or batterers accountability classes. These classes, along with workshops and support groups where men get to talk to other men and get to mentor each other. Some men are older. I've dealt with men from 16 years old who are fathers to 62 years old who are becoming new fathers or grandfathers. So the age is not the concern. The concern is, are men getting the education and values that are needed to be leaders in their community and therefore control the temperature in their community. So again, we have multiple initiatives that include community, that include family. We have a school component with an after-school mentorship program. We have a mentorship program for young ladies. We also encourage a men's group called Breaking Bread, which is separate from the classes, but it encourages men who want to give back and want to figure out how they can partner or do something to assert themselves with regard to helping their community, but not knowing where to start. Um, these are all things that we're interested in bringing to Ahoskie, but we want to start immediately by just offering parenting services to fathers, especially those who have any kind of family court contact, because one of the biggest mantras about the work we do is that children deserve access to their dad. Now, I can't tell you what kind of father these young men might be, good, bad, and different, but every child deserves access to a dad, and therefore that dad needs an education on how he can be there for his child, and in what capacity is the best capacity to show up as a father, as a partner, as a co-parent, and just as a model within his community. Um, so I'm not really, what I would really like is to kind of get any kind of questions so that I can give you more direct feedback about things that you might have concerns about or questions about with regard to this program or with regard to this movement that we're into, and what you would like to see or what you're curious about, or if there's something that you think that I'm not seeing, by all means, please share.
Was that a question that he had for us? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, Mr. We're still having a little bit of technical difficulties with the audio. I can hear a little bit of it, but I hope that the most important thing was that the public is able to hear that. So, for the council, just for clarification for some of the things that he said in his presentation, what his group does is work with fathers. In order to work with fathers, they also they provide parenting skills classes. They work with the entire family. We have a lot of young fathers here that can utilize these skills not only for just for parenting, but for mentorship as well as other wraparound services. They also work with the courts as well as a referral service. So with them being a nonprofit, one of the things that they will be offering is to do this for free charge for right now. So they'll be doing the mentoring. We can assist and partner in other ways, but we just wanted this idea of mentorship and a partnership to come before the council. I know we don't have a lot of information right now, so I know you. I would want to have that information in front of you all for you all to be able to make a very informed decision. So I wanted to bring that forward to you all as well as the public, and we can have more information provided to you all, so we can make a informed decision once you all have seen the rest of the information. So does everyone feel comfortable with that? Getting more information and then making an informed decision on a partnership? Because I know it was kind of hard to hear
Making
today.
any decisions today.
Not for this particular one, because I know it was hard for you to hear and follow the presentation, but we'll get you that information so you can make a very informed decision.
I agree with that, Mr. Mayor. Like you said, I said on the call with you yesterday, and I think they're gonna help us in a lot of different areas. So, like you said, maybe we could set up another call where the full council can hear everything and get you all the information. But I'm wholeheartedly in support of it, and the fact that an organization is willing to come here and help us for free to show us their passion and what they do, I think speaks value. So I'm in support of it, as soon as we get information to pass along to everybody so everybody would know exactly what we're talking about doing.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Wooten, for your time. If there's any questions that come from the council, we'll definitely follow up with more of those questions, but we'll get all the information from you to present the council so that we can have that informed decision made and voted on in our next council meeting. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you guys for having me, and I appreciate it. I look forward to working with you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Recording stopped.
Okay. Now we'll need to switch over to our other presentation. So for our community safety plan for everyone that's on Facebook and for the public, we'll be addressing some other key elements as well that's in that plan. We have 8 key elements that we'll be discussing today. Mentorship and nonprofit partnership was one of those when it comes to community engagement. So I think we have the rest of those coming up in just a second. So I'm going to ask Chief Garrett if she can come and join us.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Town Council.
Good afternoon.
Okay, I think all of our hiccups are done today. Before you get started, Chief Garrett, I just wanted to say how proud I am of your leadership and of our officers. And it goes without saying how tirelessly that you all work and the dedication that you all put forth in our community. And even with a lot of the recent activity, you all have had arrests, plenty of arrests, and you're making progress when it comes to public safety in our community. So I just wanted to take my hat off to you and your officers for all that you're doing.
Thank you so much. All right, thank
Okay,
you.
there we go.
All right.
So for, okay, I told y'all we done with the hiccups now. So for our key elements, the first, we did move to mentoring programs, but the first one that we have today is the Cop Spot initiative that Chief will talk about. She's going to also talk about community policing. We voted on a youth curfew. Also, we have surveillance and security, as well as improved street lighting, the mentoring programs that we just heard about, as well as a Hosky Youth Center and Advisory Council, Also, the last one is the Ahoskie Peace Collective that I'll be talking about today. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Chief Garrett to talk about the Cop Spot Initiative.
Thank you, Mayor. Basically, this is a program that I'm presenting to you all, and it's called Cop Spot. Basically, what this is a program that I actually prayed about, and this is what I have come up with. It's the Ahoskie Police Department Cop Spot. And basically what that stands for, what is Cop Spot? The C stand for courtesy, O stand for officer, P programs. And the spot is serving, protecting our town. The Cop Spot is a community safety initiative by the Ahoskie Police Department. Through this program, officers are assigned to apartment complexes and local businesses with the goal to deter crime, provide rapid emergency response, strengthening community relationships, enhance security, and a peace of mind. So for the apartment complex, we would just like to present with them like visible crime deterrent and an officer present and marked patrol car discourage theft, break-ins, vandalism, drug activity, and gang presence. Like I stated, fast emergency response. Officers can quickly de-escalate loud parties, trespassers, and disputes before they become serious. Stronger residents' trust. A consistent police president creates a safer, more stable environment and gives residents a familiar face to report crimes to. Because we know that trust is very important. That's what we are trying to do and putting forth effort to do that. Build in community intelligence. Assigned officers gain a better understanding of residents' needs, identify emerging problems, and help prevent conflicts. For the businesses, professional protection. Officers have full arrest authority and professional training, offering more security than private guards. So if you hire somebody to do is a private guard, we're going to get called there anyway. So if we are in and out of your business and something transpires, we are there on the spot. Quick action on disturbances. Officers can immediately respond to theft, threats, or acts of violence, serving critical response time. And also asset protection. And everybody like that because if we on spot, that means that people are going to be reluctant to go in and start committing thefts and larceny. So a visible officer present deters criminal activity and may even help reduce insurance costs. Customer and employee confidence. A uniformed officer on site promotes safety, trust, and confidence among both customers and staff. We want everybody to know that Ahoskie Police Department, we are there for you, and that's part of why I'm bringing this before town council and hopefully for their blessings. So if you want to become a Cop Spot, if you are a property or business owner interested in partnering with the Ahoskie Police Department to create a safer community, contact us today. My information is right on site if you can see it. The police department number is what was stated. So community policing also is a stronger resident and officer relationship, community programs and involvement, trust, transparency, and we hear that word all the time, and accessibility. So some of the programs, with that being said, hopefully we have a good start with the Cop Spot. That's what we are here for. We want the citizens as well as business owners to feel protected, feel like they're safe, and we want them to know that we're there to protect, to serve them, and make life easier for everybody. So that's what we're here for. So some of the accomplishment or things that events that we are involved in, have been involved in, and we're continuing to do, I'll name a few. So we have Cops and Kids. This is for the children events. Cops and Kids Fun Day. We went to a bullying prevention event at Hereford County High School. So we always being pulled to go to the high school, Bearfield, all of the local schools. So we don't turn anything down. Sometimes our schedule is full. Sometimes we overbook, but we make it work. And also Youth and Community Awareness Conference. And that comes from United Service Youth Game Event. Spark Lab, went to that just last week. They were working on technology, very intelligent, bright students that have, their future is bright for them. And I told them they were doing a great thing because they are great. So we encourage all youth. We don't put them down, we encourage them regardless what they have done, may be doing, because we realized that we were once young also. So we realized that. Also, our officers, coaches, they are coaches for basketball, also for the baseball league. We have off-duty officers that may be at one of the Hereford County Public Schools as a student resource officer to assist Hereford County Public Schools. We have one officer that drives the school bus, so that helps make parents feel more comfortable with police officers driving buses, and I hope that it be a whole lot more getting involved in that. We participate in the lockdown drill at Hereford County Public Schools, fall festivals. We did a trunk or treat at the high school police department, meet Princess Baylor, movie in the park, officer engaging in youth playing basketball and baseball and throwing the football. We just had the bullying event, and after that, some of the officers was out near Pine Gate throwing football and playing basketball with the youth. That's what we do. You know, I know some people say they don't see the police, but we are out here. Also, adopt a child. During Christmas, we're going to be a blessing to a child. We have our Junior First Responders Camp. We have the National Read Across America that we go to Bearfield and read with the students. We attend career fairs, job fairs. We assisted with the fire prevention week at the local schools. So we don't turn down anything. We can be there, we're gonna be there. Some of the events for the elderly that we're involved. Community champion. We do the Meals on Wheels. Safety presentation for our elderly. Creekside Rehab, anytime they call us for a presentation, we do that as well. And they have a small parade and we make sure that we're there for that. Just to put a smile on some of the elderly people so they don't think that they're forgotten. We adopt our elderly, and we call the one that we adopt last year we call him our granddaddy. That's a Christmas blessing. That's to get to see the smile on his face. Community events, Coffee with a Cop, National Night Out. We do it locally, and also we assist the surrounding counties when they have theirs. Guns Down, Prayers Up event. That's for victims that has lost their lives to gun violence. We do this march. We involve their families. We let them take their photograph and march with that. We want them to know we in this to the end. And we are continuing to seek justice for the ones that have not been solved, so they are not forgotten. We have our internship program. We do the wolf packs, the saturation. I'm quite sure you all heard about just the last one, but that was the third one. So we have several agencies to come. We're connected with several agencies, and we work together like that. If they need us, we go there. That's how we work, and we make sure we get everything done. We want the citizens to know that we are here. We have not left. We see what's going on, and we're doing something about it. Also, we have a safety assessment. We go out to churches, other facilities, if they need somebody to check and make sure that the safety plan is good, due to the fact of recent shootings or back in not too long ago, like at churches. We go to churches, We have our deputy chief handle that. He'll go out and let you know, okay, you need this tighten up on. You need to get your signs, your exit sign, so everybody know what's going on, which way to go if something should kick off. We do community involvement and meeting. We've been with Congressman Don Davis several times, local clergy, just doing security, making sure all of that is safe, just like we do anybody, you all in this room. We've established working relationship with the Gathering Place, taking back our region for Jesus. We participated in the Dexter Davis bike ride, law enforcement torch run for Special Olympics, the Juneteenth event, parades, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. parades, the events. We participate in church events, turkey giveaways, traffic control for different places. They ask, they need a police officer help direct traffic. That's what we do. We have a monthly food giveaway. We show up there just to let people know that we're there so they can be safe. Christmas tree lighting. We want the citizens to know that we're there. Anything that's going on in the Hosky and we know about it, we're going to be there. There's no need to fear, we're going to be there. Also, we host ABC commissions training for local businesses held at the Hosky Police Department. We have an associate from the ABC commission to come in, so people that open up, new businesses that they need an alcohol license and permit and things like that, we want them to do it the right way. So we bring them in to educate them about the ABC laws so they can follow it from A to Z, so we don't have no problems with them. Also, we partner with the Hosky. It was a local motel that during the Christmas or with the cold months, we were able to get vouchers for people that's homeless. And the homeless people that didn't have nowhere to go knew that we had those vouchers. If they come to us, we transport them there with that voucher so they have a warm bed, somewhere to stay, definitely when it snows. Also, we have the Veteran Justice Initiative Training Program. They will be here in January. We work with the veterans. We have veterans that have been in the military. They have issues. We have contact with them. We get people on site, go to their residence to help get them out of the situation that they're in. Or maybe they need to be at another location, another safe place. But we have resources that we contact. Disaster relief initiative. Anytime it's a hurricane, like Hurricane Helene, anything, we find out on the state, federal level through the Chief of Police Association. They reach out, say we need this. Hey, that's what we're gonna do. And that's what we did when that happened in the western part of the state. So we try to give not just in a Hosky, but wherever we're needed at, we are servants, and that's what we do. So we made sure those people there had water, all the non-perishable foods. That's what we did. And the officers stayed there about over 3 days away from their family doing that. We also CPR, AED certifications. We have some here at the police department, supervisor having them in their vehicle just in case something happens, somebody start breathing, they have a heart attack. We have been trained because we're trying to save people's lives. So everybody know how to operate the AED and do CPR so we can try to revive that person. Also Narcan. It's been several calls that we have went to dealing with overdose of drugs that we administered Narcan. If we did not have that, they wouldn't be here today. So we give God glory for that. We have officers that are firefighters. When fires break out, they the first one on the scene. We have fire extinguishers in all of the police cars. So when they get there, they started putting it out. It was one on McGlone Street that two of the command staff, they got there and they just put down their police gear, got into the fireman gear and went to help putting the fire out. We also have EMTs, certified EMTs that work at the police department. multi-agency active shooter exercise. We partner with ECU police at the hospital. We got to work with them too. And wherever we are needed at, 4th of July events, 911, they had an annual breast cancer event. We went there. Wherever we can be at to be assistant, support for others, that's what we do. So I know people say they don't see us. Maybe you don't see us because we somewhere assisting somebody else. But we're here. If you need us, give us a call. We're going to be there and do whatever we can. Also, to add to that, I believe it was 3 lives that officers have saved this year just for quick response, CPR, putting them in the vehicle, getting them to the hospital. And then at the end, we back at the police department, we cleaning the cars out, getting stuff out the car that was left from somebody that was injured. So we put our heart into what we are doing. We have a passion for this. If not, we wouldn't be doing this. So that's what we do. And we want the citizens to know that. And I appreciate you all time. I hope you all support the first event, the cop spot. And I hope I get you all, vote on this so we can move forward with this. And I thank you all for everything that you all doing for Hoskin Police Department. Thank you. God bless you all. Anybody have any questions? Okay, thank you.
I don't have a question, but I will make an observation. On nearly a daily basis, people walk into my office and talk to me about the fact that they would love to have officers in their business, in their areas. And I find it amazing that Chief Garrett walked in and brought Cop Spot completely out of her own mind because she does this daily. She spends time with our citizens, with our businesses, with these apartments. And the fact that you were able to pull this together, I'll be honest with you, I got very, very excited when I saw this because to me, this is an answer for what people are asking for.
Yes, sir.
And so full support on it. I think it's absolutely fabulous, and I think the citizens are going to love it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Moses.
Thank you again, Chief Garrett. Feel funny being in front of you all like this. So Chief Garrett, she addressed and she discussed the Cop Spot initiative as well as some of the community policing efforts. And I'm glad that she was able to discuss that in detail just to show the community that we are so grateful to have a police department that is active, that is in the community, and that actually cares about the constituents, not only just to make arrests, but to be there for the community and to assist with various programs and initiatives. So we're going to go to our next element. Do we have the PowerPoint up for that? Next slide, please. So the youth curfew, this is something that happened in our last meeting. For anyone that didn't attend, there's a new 10 p.m. time that was approved by our town council. What this does is prioritizes safety and prevention, and it also helps us to partner with the parents to make sure that kids are in the homes, they're off the streets, and they're somewhere safe. We know that crime is not only happening at night, it happens at any time. However, we just want, we know that there's more activity at night, so we want our children to be at a safe space and off of the streets in a meaningful time. So can we go to the next slide? Surveillance and security. So that's something that we as a council has invested in, and I'm so grateful for that. We've had cameras installed in key areas around town. These cameras have helped to lead to arrests, and I'm so thankful for the leadership of our police department for getting those. One of the things that we will need to do as well is expand our surveillance in key areas. We have a really good grasp of the involvement around town, but I think expanding the surveillance to other areas will help with further investigations, with getting quicker responses, and also helping to expand our reach all across town with more cameras in place. Also, we want to also have clear privacy and accountability measures. So we are not just recording you. We are not looking to give. We want the public to know we're not trying to give you speeding tickets or evade your privacy or anything like that. But this is strictly um, uh, for for our law enforcement, for violence prevention, and for investigative purposes. So I'm very grateful for the activity and for all of the hard work that our law enforcement is doing with the use of those security cameras that we have. In addition to security cameras, street lighting enhancements are needed as well. So they, of course, increase visibility. We have a lot of dark areas around our town. I know this has been a huge need from from a lot of the community members and community partners that has spoke about this issue. So not only are we looking to improve our lighting, but we want to make enhancements to our current lights. So we will be having upgrades to LED, which I know our town manager is leading that effort. So thank you so much. We'll be partnering with utilities for those upgrades, and this is an environmental crime deterrent. So we want to light up the community, not only just to make it look better, but we want to deter crime from happening in some of our dark areas as well. So we will be scanning all across town, looking at where there's dark areas and looking to make those improvements when it comes to better lighting within our town. The other thing that I want to bring forward is a way that we are going to be partnering and engaging the community. We already have established the Ahoskie Youth Center, and what we're going to be doing is looking to reopen in January of 2026. So we want to have better engagement, and we're redoing the focus of how we operate the Ahoskie Youth Center in this next year. So we do have an advisory council. We already have a few members that have been appointed that we will be announcing, and we are working with the community to get more community members on this Ahoskie Youth Center Advisory Council. What this does is help us to structure programs and mentorship. We are looking to help strengthen our workforce and prepare some of our youth for careers by partnering with various agencies. And what this is going to take is community involvement for us to develop those programs, to sustain this service throughout the year, and for us to expand and grow. We will be doing some upgrades on the outside. We're going to be bringing another mural in front of you all, hopefully sooner, because we've heard that a lot of people ride past the youth center. They don't know where it is. It's right here in Ahoskie beside our police department. And for next year, we're going to be having various activities each month. And we'll be having a calendar of events for everybody to be aware of, to bring your kids out, bring your families out, and just enjoy a very nice space for us to have, whether it's games for your family, PlayStation competitions amongst some of the youth. We've had Coco and Santa nights. We've had a ton of different programs that we've had the youth to come out and enjoy. So we want to expand that, reopen that, and hopefully be able to engage the youth more meaningful in this next year than we ever had before. Also, something that I'm very, very excited about to announce is the Ahoskie Peace Collective. One of our very own is Keisha Yuri. She works with the Office of Violence Prevention in Newark, New Jersey, and she has ties right here in Ahoskie. And she's been consulting with us on various ideas and initiatives to bring to address our violence prevention work here in Ahoskie. And the first is the Ahoskie Peace Collective, sorry. What this is a resident-led violence prevention network. So this is not something that's just the town telling the community what we need. This is bringing the community in to help us address this issue together. It strengthens relationships and our trust with the community. It supports the youth engagement, and it also provides conflict resolution and healing strategies. Because we're listening to the community, we're giving them a space to be able to work with us. We've seen that there's a ton of ideas, a ton of suggestions by the community about how we approach this specific issue. And so we want to open this up to all Ahoskie residents. This has been an issue that everybody has been passionate about, had ideas about, had suggestions about. And so we want to put all of that into action under one roof, which is going to be the Ahoskie Peace Collective. So this is a resident-led violence prevention network that we will be coordinating with the community on how we continue to address this. So this community safety plan that you're looking at tonight that we're presenting is, as our town manager would say, version 1.0. So we're hoping with the Ahoskie Peace Collective that we can continue to grow, that we can add more initiatives to this community safety plan, and we can do what's best for the community. And that first starts with getting the community voice in to help us and to listen. So I'm very excited about this. We will be, we do have the sign up link available that we'll be announcing and releasing very soon on our Facebook page. So thank you so much to our town manager for putting that together. And so this is for anyone that's in the community that wants to lend a helping hand, whether they want to mentor, be a guest speaker, or they just have ideas. Please bring those to the Ahoskie Peace Collective. What we have seen in not only recent months, but recent years as well, is there's been a ton of hate throughout the community that's been plaguing our streets, plaguing our neighborhoods, plaguing our communities. And so we need to infuse love and peace back into the streets, back into the community. And it's going to start here by bringing all of our communities into the fold that has peace and love in their heart. If you're someone that has hate in your heart and you want to be out there and further this violence, then this is not for you. But for everyone that wants to live in a neighborhood that is peaceful, that is safe, and that is vibrant, we definitely want to invite you into the fold to join the Ahoskie Peace Collective. So please sign up and join if you have that in your heart to do so as well. So just a little bit about this for some of the people that we are looking to engage with is just compassionate, community-minded residents. It's going to bring everyone together to build a more safer, connected, and more peaceful community for all. So we're going to strengthen those relationships with neighbors, reduce the violence through community-based solutions. I want to stop there. I know a lot of people talked about us bringing in National Guard, and we've seen where military forces have attempted to go to other places, but we've also seen where community-based approaches have worked in many cities across the country as well as rural areas as well. And we have intelligent, smart, passionate people here for us to make this happen. And so this is a community-based solution that we're going to be moving forward with. Supporting our youth engagement, that's crucial. We have a lot of people that talk down on our youth. I see it all the time. We have to support their engagement for those that are here, that live here, that are not criminals. We have a ton of good youth here, and we want to support them and continue to engage with them. Also promoting conflict resolution strategies so people have a different means instead of resorting to violence. They know how to provide those conflict resolution strategies if they are having a disagreement with someone. And lastly but not, for the last one, uplift positive activities to foster unity and hope. That's what we want to do. We want to foster unity and hope instead of fear and disappointment here in our community. So it's going to take our members to play a vital role in shaping these efforts to address root causes of conflict and build this long-term community well-being. So if you live within the town of Ahoskie, you care deeply about reducing violence and promoting peace, willing to participate in meetings, we're going to be meeting monthly. So we're going to be doing work. It's not just, hey, I'm going to just come bring this brainstorm, just this idea. No, we're going to be putting in work. We're going to collaborate on initiatives, and we are here. Please offer constructive feedback. Believe me, every complaint that everybody has said about us or me, I've seen it, so I can handle it. So please bring that with you. We do value empathy, fairness, transparency, and community partnership, and we want to build on that. So you don't need any type of training, any prior experience. All you need is just your passion, your dedication, your willingness to listen, engage, and work together for the good of Ahoskie. Next slide. So while the next slide is coming up forward, I would say that concludes, so that's the link for our volunteer, and to scan the QR code that we will be putting on Facebook for anyone to join. So these are all of the key elements that we want to have inside our public safety plan for right now. I know there may be some other ideas. I will say that our police force is doing a wonderful job. So these are initiatives of how we can support the community as a council and how the community itself can take action and help the community along with us and law enforcement, because it's going to take everyone coming together to address this issue, not just our police department, not just people in the community. None of us are Batman or Superman. I know people want me to go on the scene, and but we don't have a Batman symbol up. I can't dress up as Batman. But it's going to take us all coming together. And so this is our comprehensive public safety plan that I bring before you all. If we want to adopt this, we'll need a motion. However, I do know that we will exclude the mentoring piece until we bring further information. I want you all to have the appropriate information in front of you to make a sound decision on that. So thank you, gentlemen, for your time. That's my presentation, and I'll accept any questions or further discussion at this time.
Sounds good. All I can say, Mr. Mayor, sounds a good step toward bringing our town together. So I don't see anything wrong with it at all.
Any other comments? Is there anything you want to add, Chief?
No, I can just say that I think that it's an awesome program from what I was just listening to, and I was, on the phone with you all. So I think it's gonna be a plus, additional to what we already have and be able to work together, trying to help the youth, uplift the youth like you were saying. Yeah, so I'm gonna totally agree with it.
Okay. Thank you. I want to make sure we have your support of nobody else's. Got to make sure we have yours. All right. So if there's no other further discussion or questions, do we have a motion to approve the Ahoskie Public Safety Plan, excluding mentorship at this time?
So move, Mr. Mayor.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
All right.
I'd like to say I'm very pleased to see the younger council members, I'm gonna put it like that, because I've been trying to come up with an idea, I've come up with a lot, but nothing that good.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. That means a lot, Councilman Reynolds. So we have a motion that's been properly seconded to approve the Ahoskie Public Safety Plan. All in favor? All opposed? Okay, motion carried. So thank you all so much for that. I'm very excited about that. This is just the beginning, so I don't want anyone to think this is just, the end all be all. This is something that will be living, so the more involvement, the more traction that we get, I'm pretty much sure that this is going to grow even bigger than what it is now. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to our town manager for approval of the wall mural concept.
We can put up the last slide, please. We have received a recommendation for our wall mural that has already been voted for approval. We already have the artist. He gave a multitude of renderings that have been reviewed, modified in order to properly fill the space. He gave this final recommendation that we're bringing to the board for approval. If we do get approval, we will be able to actually execute on getting this installed very quickly. And so we actually put up the example up here for everyone to review.
What building is that? Down by the tracks?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Looks good to me. You need a motion on that?
Yes.
Motion to approve, now.
Second.
That was quick. All right. I like it. I like it too. All right. Our motion has been made and properly second to accept the wall mural concept for our new wall mural in the town of Ahoskie. All in favor? All opposed? All right. Motion carries. All right. Thank you all so much. All right. That concludes.
Worked real hard on that.
Yeah, and I will say that it would be the first of many murals to come within the town of Ahoskie. So we are looking for some artists for Project Block as well as our youth center to make it more kid friendly and more appealing. I know some people say they feel like they're going into a prison when they come until they get inside and see that it looks completely different. So we are going to be working on the external appearance as well through murals also. So I'm very excited that this is going to be the first of many to come. So with that, we'll need a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right, motion has been made and properly second to adjourn. All in favor? All opposed? All right, motion carries.
Can I turn my phone?
You know what?
Once you exit.